What's going on, guys? It's Frex here. So today I'm making a brand new video, and what we're going to be talking about is the organization. And I fucked up on the video, it doesn't matter. So I've got Viper here with me today, and I have Carbon. Would you like to introduce yourself, guys?
Yep, I'm Viper, aka Ryan. I'm 17 years old, from Manchester in the UK.
My name's Carbon, aka Josh. Actually, Josh, aka Carbon. I'm 17 and I'm from Birmingham, UK.
Right, so basically, guys, we've joined a new organization a few days ago. So far, they seem pretty supportive. I think they're willing to help us out with a bit of the funding. But the main reason here we're making this video is just to answer some questions that people have asked us. So the first question comes in on Twitter saying, where can you see the future of this team going? I'll answer this firstly. So I think we're going to go pretty far. Depends on the organization, I guess. If they keep, dropping their team, or they decide they don't want to fund us, then that's going to be a bit of an issue. But as far as the non-organization, I think me, Viper, and Carbon are going to be sticking together for a long time anyway. Unless there's some other issues that hasn't arisen before. So yeah, Carbon, what do you think?
I agree with everything you just said. I think the main point is the backing of any organisation that we have. We need them to back us more for the business side of things. We just want to play, we want to grind together, and like what Frex has said, we want to stick together for quite a while, and I think this can be a successful team. So, Ryan?
As long as we get support from not only the owners of the organisation, but from the teams elsewhere around the world, so the North American teams, and we're considered as equal as they are and not below them, I think that we will go pretty far as a UK team.
Yeah.
So, Carbon, what do you think? The second question, sorry, is what does it take to stay as a team?
Stay as a team. I'd say the main point is you can't only be friends in game. You have not so much in game, but like when you're outside, you need to message each other, share links to each other, just have a general laugh. It's no good being, having good chemistry in the game if you can't talk to each other out the game. You have to get to know who you're playing with to really understand them as a player, and I think that helps with everything, really, just knowing each other and getting along.
Yeah, I agree there. I think you basically just nailed it. Honesty, loyalty, and then friendship as well. If people don't get along, then it's just going to be a big downer on the team, and we're not going to have fun playing with each other. Viper, what do you reckon?
Same as you guys, to be perfectly honest with you. As long as we've got a core four that won't sketch and will be loyal and can get along inside and outside of the game, I think we'll see the progression as the time of Call of Duty goes on.
Yeah, that's true. So the third question is, what's going to be our roles of the team? I'll go ahead and answer this first. So basically, I think I'm going to be the support / OBJ for now. And then our two main slayers will be Carbon and Viper. And then I'm not sure what our fourth is going to be like. But we're not basing our team off a specific kind of role just yet. We're going to just play Advanced Warfare, see how it is. And then it's basically like whoever's closest to the hard point, they're going to get in it, or whoever can cap the flag, when we've got the amount of people that's dead already to pull the flag, then it's just going to be that, basically. Do you agree,
Yeah, I agree
Carbon?
completely. I think from what I've seen of Advanced Warfare so far, you can't really have that objective player. I mean, obviously in Search and Destroy, somebody needs to carry the bomb, but when you look at Hardpoint, whoever's closest needs to get in first to get the time, to keep them out the hill as best as they can. And in Capture the Flag, whoever's closest to the flag obviously needs to pull it because they've got the best chance of getting it in time rather than waiting for somebody else to get in the hill who's the OBJ player. So that's all I think anyway.
Yeah. What about you, Viper? Do you agree? Or?
I agree with on some parts, but I still do think we need that OBJ sort of role ahead of everyone else, just so they can be the one to get on the flag if there's more than one of us around it, so we can start slaying, because we don't want one of the slayers getting on the flag or inside the hard point while, let's say, someone who's less skilled at slaying is around trying to slay. we need that person to be inside the hard point, and getting the flags, so the three main slayers around him can help him.
Yeah, that's actually a good point, and I think that's what we'll probably do. So, somebody else also asked us who's going to be the shot caller in our team. Who wants to answer that?
I'll answer it. Mainly for plays in and out of the game, what we're going to do, where we're going to go, that will probably be up to our captain, who is Frex, the host of this video. But for all game types, we'll each be having a say. There won't be one person calling out. Everyone's going to chip in and be a part of it. That's what our team's supposed to be like, and that's what our team will be like.
Yeah, I think I'll mainly be the captain, so any decisions that need to be made, then I will put the final stamp on it, sort of. But like Viper said, then it's going to be like a group discussion on everything we do, everything we don't want to do, sort of thing. Carbon, have you got anything to add to that?
I think I agree with everything that you said as well. I think with the word, how long we've all been together, I think if anybody feels that somebody isn't performing well enough or whatever it is, I know that we're all comfortable enough to speak to each other about it and improve where it needs to be improved. I think that's going to be the main point, really.
Yeah. So Call of Duty background, that's the next question. So I started playing Call of Duty 2 single player, then started playing Call of Duty 4 multiplayer. That's where multiplayer blew up for me. Just sitting in corners trying to get the guns and all that. But I really started playing competitive. There was a few GBs back in Call of Duty 4. Then I guess you can say I started scrimming properly. In Modern Warfare 3, started getting some Deserto scrims. That's when it really started to sort of kick off for me, I guess you could say. Then Black Ops 2, and then this. No, not this game. Ghosts. It sort of, that's the sort of final nail in the coffin, sort of. So I knew I wanted to stay with competitive. Then, as everything just pretty much got better for me. Favorite COD would be Call of Duty 4, and yeah, that's it for me. Viper.
My first experience with Call of Duty was the very first Call of Duty that was actually released. It was called the Big Red one. I had that on PlayStation 2. When I was about 8 years old, I used to come home, play it 8 to 10 hours every single night. I was addicted to it, sitting on the sofa. And ever since then, my main game has been Call of Duty. I played every single Call of Duty up since then. I mainly got into sniping when I found Optic Nation or Optic Gaming, their sniping channel. So I was mainly sniping right up until early Black Ops 2, when I realised that there was money to be made in competitive with the $400,000 winner prize in Call of Duty XP. I think that's when I really decided that I want to be playing competitive to try and compete at the level of other professional gamers and being with a chance at winning one of the major events. My favourite Call of Duty, I would say, was probably World at War. That was the first one I started really playing multiplayer on, and I just loved it.
What about you, Calvin?
Well, I didn't really have a first Call of Duty. It was more a first version shooter. I started to play this kind of game during Medal of Honor: The Rising Sun. I used to play it with my dad at night when I used to get back, and we used to stay up for hours just playing through the campaign together. And the first Call of Duty that I ever had was Modern Warfare 2. That I actually started to play and understand a bit more. Like with my friends from secondary school, I used to go on it and grind the game with them. But I first started to compete in Black Ops 2, about halfway through it. That's when I realised that this was something that I wanted to start to, experiment with and play in. And then during Ghosts, I teamed up with Ryan just about halfway through the game, and then we started to team with Frex as well, just near the end as well. So that's pretty much my background as a competitive player. But I'd say my favourite Call of Duty was Black Ops 2.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with you there. Black Ops 2 was the pretty massive game, especially for competitive. So that's all the questions answered for now. The ones we got off Twitter anyway. If anybody needs to know anything, just leave it down in the comment section below, and one of us will answer it for you. Yeah, stay tuned for the next video.